Welcome. Scott here. Today I am going to bring you another video on Black Clover Mobile. In this video, I will be covering strategies on how to tackle the Nightmare stage for the ongoing squad boss. I will be using a team featuring the newly released festival mage, Black Divider Asta. Before I proceed to talk about the mechanics and team comps that I will be using for the fight, make sure that you are in a squad. If you are in a squad, make sure you tackle and clear the squad boss battles 3 times every day. This is the only stage that allows you to obtain guild medal, where you can buy a LR accessory selection chest with 400 guild coins. Even if your squad cannot meet the requirements, it is your own benefit that you want to accumulate those squad coins. Progress up the difficulty once your party gets stronger. Other than the LR accessory chest, you can also get the accessory upgrade stone chest to enhance your accessories. So far, the key means of obtaining UR and LR accessories is via merging and design accessory via luck in the hideout, clearing the Hall of Illusions, claiming from the Gear Weekly exchange shop, or obtain time limited event. In my opinion, this is the most easiest way to get a guaranteed LR accessory. Clearing the fight also drop chests that give enchantment stones summon chest. The higher the difficulty you cleared, the more guild coins you will get from the attempt. You will get 10 coins from normal difficulty, 20 coins from hard difficulty, and lastly 30 coins from the nightmare difficulty. In addition, if your squad meet the total rewards criteria, all squad members will get bonus reward that contain the rare substat changing stones. If you cannot clear the hardest difficulty, just do your best effort. I am sure your squad members will understand. Before I continue the party setup recommendations that I have used for my clears, let me recap on the stage mechanics. The Hecaires of Rousing Fire boss is a power or red attacker unit. Let me quickly go through its skills. Its skill 1 magic launch deals damage to a target with the highest all attack and debuffs the unit with reduced speed level 3 and inflict a mobility depletion debuff on the target. Its skill 2 heat rays deal damage to all targets and debuff them with incapacitate level 3 and disarm level 3. Both debuffs last for 3 turns. Its skill 3 shock attack deals damage to all enemies and grants buff to itself that removes all continuous damage and remove 3 debuffs. The boss also gains continuous damage immunity for 2 turns. When its attack gauge is max, the boss will use its special skill, Magic Fusion, which deals damage to the targeted ally with the highest all attack. If the target is afflicted with a debuff, the boss attacks after granting 300% increased damage dealt buff. The boss have the following passives. 1. The boss is immune to status ailments. 2. Upon taking damage, there is 70% chance to grant self a 40% increased mobility buff. 3. Upon fighting against a favored enemy, increased damage dealt by 95%. 4. Inflicts buff immunity on all enemies. The Hecaires of Rousing Void is a blue or technique debuffer unit. Let me quickly go through its skills. Its skill 1 magic launch deals damage to a target with the highest speed and debuffs the unit with continuous poison and 30% reduced HP recovery received debuff. Both of them last for 2 turns. Its skill 2 laser deals damage to the target with the highest speed. If the target has an active continuous damage received, it will inflict extended continuous damage duration debuff. If not, it will inflict poison continuous damage instances on the target. It will also inflict total silence. All of them last for 2 turns. Its skill 3 shock attack deals damage to all enemies and inflicts a SP-2 debuff on the target. The attack will also grant the boss an increased damage resistance level 4 buff. When its attack gauge is max, the boss will use its special skill, Magic Fusion, which deals damage to all targets. If the target is taking continuous damage, it will attack after granting a 300% increased damage dealt buff. The boss have the following passives. 1. The boss is immune to status ailments, silence, total silence, and debuffs. 2. Upon fighting a favored enemy, it will increases damage dealt by 95%. The Hecaires of Rousing Adversity is a sense or green defender unit. Let me quickly go through its skills. Its skill 1 Magic Barrage deals damage to all enemies that inflicts 50% reduced mobility and grants a weapon enhancement level 4 buff on self for 1 turn. Its skill 2 Laser deal damage to all targets and grants buff to self. It will enact a barrier that equates to 300% of the damage dealt for 3 turns. It will also grants the boss a Fortify level 4 buff for 3 turns. Its skill 3 Gyro Meteor deals damage to all enemies, cleanses 3 debuffs off itself and grants a 60% increased mobility buff. When its attack gauge is max, the boss will uses its special skill, Magic Fusion, which deals damage to the enemy with the highest HP. If the boss has an active buff present, the boss attacks after granting 300% increased damage dealt buff. The boss have the following passives. 1. The boss is immune to status ailments, silence, and total silence. 2. The boss will applies immunity to the field on the following mechanics: barriers, protection, resurrection, invulnerability, immortality, and time stop. 3. Upon fighting against a favored enemy, increased damage dealt by 95%. For all the 3 stages, I will be using the following 4 mages: Black Divider Asta, Valkyrie Noelle, Lotus, and Fate of Thread Vanessa. Black Divider Asta will need his skill page along with his LR+2 enhancements, which will give him his important immortality buff when his HP drop to 30%. To activate this buff, you need to use him in a team comp of different attributes. You won't need enhancements on his skill page since the fights features a single boss. He will do more damage when he has lesser HP. He will also do more damage with his special that scales off every 1000 defense stat that the target has. Despite having an attribute weakness, he will be the party's key damage dealer. His gear need to have high attack of above 60,000, at least 100% critical rate and a significant critical damage stats. His skill 2 will set his HP to 40%, which will allows him to get to desperation mode easily. Valkyrie Noelle is used for her damage mitigation and SP refill absolute territory. Black Divider Asta doesn't really benefit a lot from SP refill economy, but the other mages does. Her combo attack will give the partner mage an invulnerability buff. Use this once Black Divider Asta gets into desperation mode. Lotus is mainly used for his mobility drain, speed down and incapacitate debuffs. You need his skill page to allow his skill 2 to inflict the concentrated attack debuff. With that debuff, any attack lands on the target will be critical damage. Fate of Thread Vanessa is mainly for her invulnerability debuff and Blessing of Protection buffs. Blessing of Protection will give the party total defense. If you pair with Resolution Support talent passive, the party will be immune to debuffs. Vanessa's special will give the target a 2-turn invulnerability buff, which is crucial to protect Black Divider Asta when the latter activate his desperation. If you don't have Fate of Thread Vanessa, you can replace her with Geldra. However, please be mindful Geldra's special will applies invulnerability buff to the current lowest HP unit, but the buff will last for 3 turns. Also, do take note that the Hecaires of Rousing Adversity boss will inflict immunity to invulnerability and immortality. So have Black Divider Asta try to finish up the boss as soon as possible once the coast is cleared. The Hecaires of Rousing Void is immune to debuffs. For that stage, you can replace Lotus with another blue technique mage like William, Clover Academy Charlotte or Swimsuit Gauche. With the briefing overview done, let's proceed with the video showcase.
On the job! fight! Because I'm gonna be the Wizard King! Because I'm gonna be the Wizard King! Because I'm gonna be the Wizard King!